Well, the compound is a little place where we can get together.
Compound, baby.
The compound, baby. Roll the intro, Carl.
Couple of issues.
I was a little off, sorry. Anyways.
What's up? Welcome
Hi.
back. Episode 21.
21. I am Carly.
I am Bruce.
And together?
We are a couple of issues.
Question mark. My voice went up. It squeaked. I don't know. I'm sick. Okay.
Julia
My voice-
Michaels over here.
Hello? Hello? Episode 21. We've made it so far.
We've made it so far.
We can drink now on the podcast because we're 21 years old.
Yeah.
Well, weeks, but like
We used to be barely legal. Now we're barely drinking.
barely legal.
I can't drink anymore because I drank last night and I am off.
And off.
And I am off.
What a perfect way to describe it. And I am off.
I don't know what it is. Like, so I've been like in like a weird, I would say the past month.
Yeah.
Maybe just like this weird funk of like literally peaks and valleys up and down of like, okay, everything's fine. I'm cool. Like, I'm really happy. And then like the next day for no reason, I would just be like so bummed and depressed and sad. And I'm thinking maybe part of I don't drink like ever.
Mhm.
But I did drink last night. Maybe drinking, like, my hangover is, like, my stomach just feels off and it fucks with my
Yeah.
head.
Yeah, and
I can't do it.
yeah.
No more drinking. As sips coffee. Jesus.
With dang it. This joke would have been funny if I could remember the name.
Bailey's.
Yeah, with Bailey.
Because you had
Thanks,
Bailey's
Bruce.
last night.
Yeah.
I read your mind.
I know. Well, drinking affects everybody's stomach, but like for you especially, it's like you only have like one drink.
Yeah.
It's so crazy. But yeah, of course, it's
And
going to
then-
affect.
Of one drink and won't get drunk, but we'll still have the effects.
Yeah.
Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
You're like, you have one drink. It's crazy.
It's crazy.
No explanation.
One drink is all it takes.
Being really sad. But I don't know. I don't know if it's just drinking because it's just like, I guess we can just get real for a second.
Yeah.
So we moved. Amidst the move, I had like a bunch of things happening. So it was like a bunch of, I have a bunch of songs coming out, which I'm really excited about. And so there's like a bunch of deals coming at the same time that my lawyer is sending.
Mhm.
And so it's like amidst that, then I'm trying to like mix those songs, but then like, I don't know, business just gets weird. I just hate the business side of it and whatever. And then it's like people put unnecessary pressure on things. And
Yeah.
like, we need this by this date. Like, hurry up. And I'm like, well, I have 4 other people that are saying the same thing.
Yeah.
So when we're doing that and we're moving to the new studio, so it's like I can't even get to
Work.
it. I'm like, I literally can't work yet. Like, and then people are like, come on, man, we really need this. And then, so I don't know if that on top of like, just
The change of
the
moving.
change of moving,
Yeah.
yeah, and then being like, okay, well, you know, our rent's higher than I'm paying at my old place, and it was just like all these things I think were in my brain, but it just put me in this weird funk that I was like, I don't want to do anything. I just want to like stop for a
Mhm.
second and just readjust. So, kind of did that this week.
Yeah.
It was very nice.
Yeah. It's a
Uh,
good thing to do when you feel that way.
yeah,
I
'cause
think it's very healthy.
Yeah, just to take a step back.
Hmm.
But our parents were here.
Yeah.
And that was awesome. It
Yeah.
was great to see. I mean, so they overlapped like one day of both being here at the same time,
Yeah.
or 2
Mhm.
days, I guess.
Like a full day, yeah. Yeah, it was fun. It's always interesting when you're at the age where your parents come to visit you, like if you've moved. And then it's like, I
Yeah.
feel like I need to like, I don't, even when people come to visit, I don't know what to do with them.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I don't know. Like, unless they want to do like touristy things, like
Mhm.
LA is so filled with, tours and wax museums and stuff
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that. But like, kind of the first time your parents come here, you show them like the Griffith Observatory, like
Yeah.
the view of the city. And it's just like, okay, we can go to dinner. Like, I don't know what else.
Yeah.
But it's just nice to spend time, and our parents are like best friends with each other.
It's really interesting. I mean, it's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, it's
But
really
I've
cool.
never had that, like, I've had like relationships where my parents got along. Cause,
Yeah.
like, both of our parents get along pretty well with everyone. But they like, we could have walked away and then been like, we're going to have a great time.
No, for real.
And
That happened a couple times.
yeah, it really did. And it was just kind of like we were intruding on their good time.
Yeah. And they talked about going on vacation together and all this stuff. So it's really funny. Like our parents are very similar too. So I think that helps.
Yeah. And like it was just funny, like even like your dad was cracking jokes about my mom and my dad was cracking up. Like it was just like it was like, you guys are like best friends. This is so cool.
Yeah, it's awesome. What a cool feeling. I wish they all lived in the same area.
I know.
It'd be really funny. My parents are randomly moving to Vegas, I guess.
Oh yeah, that was so
sprung that on me. They live in Omaha, Nebraska, and that's where I grew up. And they're like, we were kind of thinking about maybe moving there in a couple of years, and now it's like we might be there by next year. I'm like, geez, which is awesome though. You know, get rid of the season.
Cool.
Yeah, so that'll be cool to have my parents really close.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm kidding. No, it will be
just close enough.
Yeah, just close enough. And when my parents were here, Aaron and I did a P.O. box opening with them. And somebody sent a couple of issues signed to Bruce and I in our P.O. box, which was really nice. This is what it looks like if you can't see it. Yeah, if you're only listening, it's a pink sign that says couple of issues, and it's very cute. It's like a little rectangle.
We should find a way to like hang it.
I know.
Like that, you know?
Yeah, vertically.
There you go.
That works. Hey, guys. Bruce just hung it the wrong way.
Who sent this?
Her name's Jalissa, I believe. I'm pronouncing it right.
Jalissa sounds like a ship name.
Yeah, it does.
Jeremy and Alyssa are dating. What's their name? Jalissa. But thank you, Jalissa. Seriously, that's very sweet.
Thanks to both of you for making this sign.
Both of you, yeah.
We're going to try to open it.
Building it with your bare hands.
Yeah.
Wait a second. Made in China.
Wait, what? I thought it was Jalissa. But Bruce and I are going to try to open a P.O. box of our own soon. So if you guys want to send anything, send it to there.
We're going to try. No, we will.
We're going to try. We will.
We're going to
We're going to make the effort, but maybe it won't happen. We don't know.
We're going to see if we can get approved for that P.O. box.
We have bad credit. We don't get a P.O. box because of bad credit.
We get an apartment, but not a P.O. box.
Yeah. They're like, no, the government can't trust you. Sorry. Yeah. But yeah, Jalissa, thank you. Almost reminds me of Jerica, which is kind of frightening. Speaking of Jerica, Shane Dawson series.
Yeah, that series is
riveting.
Really interesting.
Yeah.
Highly recommend it.
Yeah, the editing is insane.
Yeah, Andrew Sawicki, and Shane as well, but Andrew Sawicki really killing it.
Yeah.
Your former roommate.
Yeah, he used to live with Aaron and I, and it's so funny because he used to edit our friend Ricky's vlogs.
Yeah.
It's just funny, like, hearing him editing in his room, and now he's like, in my brain, it's like he's working for Netflix. Like, he has, like, the coolest, like, most respected, like, job right now almost, like especially with the series going on, because everyone's like, oh my god, the editing is crazy.
That's what's really cool, like across the board. Like fans, YouTubers, like our friends, like everybody is like, yeah, like the editing is insane. That's what makes it so entertaining.
I don't understand how he finds all these clips. Like it's always reverting to older clips or like these like almost Getty images, but they're like or not Getty images, stock.
It's like stock footage, stock B-roll.
Yeah, I'm like, where do you get all of this? But
he's like, no, I film it all.
Yeah, he's like, we hire actors, and that thought ran through my brain.
$1 million budget for this.
Yeah,
this docu-series.
So crazy, but yeah,
so it's, really entertaining.
Yeah,
so far.
Yeah.
What else happened? You got sick, which is
I got sick,
great.
So that's fun. Yeah, I always get sick when I see my parents or your parents. I feel like.
No.
So that's fun. Yeah. Still kind of lingering, but I'm getting better. It's kind of interesting, too. A lot of people are like, you need to go to urgent care. But I never went. When I'm like, I have a cold or something, I never went to the doctor.
Like, never got antibiotics?
No, because it's just like, it'll pass.
No.
No. That made me want to cough. I don't know. My mom's like, no, it'll pass. Like, you're not technically supposed to take antibiotics, I don't think, for like a cold.
Not for a cold, no, but you thought you had a sinus infection.
Yeah, and it's weird because there's two types. There's a bacteria and a viral one, and one of them I think they give everybody antibiotics when they have a sinus infection because they don't know which one it is. So they like antibiotic people.
Antibiotics are not good if you're like for your stomach.
No, not at all.
That's how you get C. diff.
Yeah.
Wish I had.
Good times.
No.
No, sorry, bad times.
Bad times.
Bad times.
Yeah, but so I saw my buddy Ace. He's in a band called the Early November.
Emo Kids will remember.
Emo Kids, shout out. And
great band.
So the Early November was my favorite band growing up. Like when I was in high school, I was obsessed. And they had a song called Ever So Sweet. And I used to play that at shows. Like every band I was in, like we would cover Ever So Sweet. And there's a video on YouTube somewhere of me doing it. It's really embarrassing.
Find it.
Find it, delete it. And So the quick recap, I don't know if I told the story or not, but was in a pop punk band. We went to Ace to record our album in 2013, and he was like, yeah, I mean, I can do this, but you're destroying your singer's voice. Like, you guys should be more of like a pop thing. So me and my best friend started a pop duo called The Weekend Riot. And Ace was our mentor. He was like the guy that like did everything for us. He taught us how to write pop songs. He, taught me, like, it was like my intro into pop production.
Which is like crazy, because imagine having this huge idol in high school and stuff, and then you're like, oh, he's helping me now.
Yeah, he was
that's
literally
insane.
like lit. I think if it weren't for him, I know for sure if it weren't for him, I wouldn't be even in LA.
Oh, wow.
Like,
Yeah.
I put such a cap on, like, this is the best it'll ever be. Like, before we got to Ace, I was like, okay, like, here's, like, what I can do.
Mm-hmm.
And then Ace was just like, that's ridiculous, because you can do this, this, and this. Like, look at this whole other room over here, whatever. So, just, like, put complete faith and trust into him, and he, like, lit the spark in us and was kind of like, here, like, go do this. And he's just the type of guy when you, like, listen, I don't know, he just gives the best advice. And
nicest guy ever, too.
Yeah, nicest guy in the world. And so from like 2013 to 2015, he literally just like kind of helped us along with everything, with pushing our music to the right people. And then one thing led to another. But when my bandmate quit and moved away, I like went to Ace. I was like, dude, I don't know what the hell I'm supposed to do now. And he just gave the best advice, and just kind of kept me going. And watching him, he basically had so many things fail or fall through or be promised something and it was ripped away, and taught me like, this is what's going to happen. This is the music industry. You have to have tough skin. Like, this is what it takes to make it work. But then like I watched him get, like, he wrote the song for Nico and Vinz, and Nico and Vinz cut the song. It was like a Nestea commercial. I was like, okay, cool. Like, he's doing it. And then, watch like his band still tour. So he was in LA, went to the show, and showed up at the show, and it was so good to see him. And we were just talking and catching up on like what's been going on, and like who he's been writing for and who I've been writing for and what music we're working on, the whole thing. And he's got like some like huge cuts coming out with some bigger artists in like the next couple of months. And it's just like, I've been so in my head about everything, And it was just like, your brain is like so crazy how quick it can turn on you.
Yeah.
Because it's so like, if you like let it go negative, it can be so negative. And if you let it go positive, it can be so positive. But for me, like, one little thing, I'll dwell on that forever. So like, I really, really need to go back to see a therapist, because like I know I have this like issue of just, like, I will beat myself. I'll leave a conversation, I'm just beating myself up. Like, why did you say that thing? That's like, I don't know what it is.
Like, you get insecure that you said something that people aren't gonna like.
Oh, thank you.
You have a little eyelash.
It might be stuck to my
No, I got it.
skin.
I got it.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, so I guess it's more so of like I said the wrong thing.
Oh, okay.
Like, they're judging me, or I embarrassed myself in some way. Like, I always walk away conversations like thinking that.
So I wonder where that comes from.
I don't know.
Like, why? Like, I don't know.
I think
so interesting.
There's like a lot of instances of things that well, first of all, I was such a nervous kid. Like, growing up, like I was like, everything made me nervous. I was always so anxious. So I think that combined with like a few things happening in my childhood, like being like maybe like ditched by friends, like my friends went and hung out and they didn't call me, like at a certain age, and then like trying to call them and they all ignoring me, and then finally getting in contact, like, we're here, like basically like, don't come. So it was just kind of like that happening at an age like I was like 14 maybe, that it just kind of like I have this weird trust issues
like
thing or something, and then
yeah.
really insecure, like I'm not good enough. So if I leave a conversation saying something I shouldn't have, oh, now those people feel the same way. But it's like I'm like almost 30 and I'm still like dealing with that. It's like nuts.
Yeah.
All that being said, sorry to get too real about it, but all that being said, was going through all the shit and then talking to Ace, it just like felt like whenever I talk to him, it just feels so good that just kind of be like, get his advice or, like saying to him, I was like, dude, I'm just in one of those things where, especially like when you write music for a living, for anybody wanting to get it in the music industry, like you have to have tough skin because there's so many times somebody's going to tell you no. It's so cliche, but like literally it happens where you're writing songs and you're like, this is the best song I've ever written. And you send it off and people are like, no, this isn't good at all.
It's all opinion and it's all like, it's all you doing it.
Yeah.
It's like any entertainment, anyone in the entertainment industry, I would think would go through that. I know like some people who are actors. Like one of my friends, Mackenzie Stith, she'll complain. So I'm not trying to like nothing, but I'm just trying to relate to it.
Yeah,
it's just interesting. Like she'll say she goes to like hundreds of auditions, like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds, and she won't get a commercial or anything. And she's like, "What is it about me? Like I literally look like a normal like 18 to 26-year-old. Like it's crazy." And she's a really good actress, and it's just like crazy. Like I can mess with you.
I know,
and hard.
The thing is like when you step back from it, it's like, okay, stop thinking so from like just this one little point of view where you step back and you're like, okay, how many people are writing songs and pitching them a day, right? So say 1 million songs are being written in Los Angeles a day.
Yeah.
Like, okay, or, in California. So 1 million songs are being written a day. How many of those are being pitched to artists? How many of those songs are, going to labels, whatever, or being released just on Spotify a day?
Yeah.
A day. It's like, crazy.
It's like harder now than ever because there's Spotify.
But it's also easier now than ever.
Yeah.
So that's the issue is like you can release 1 million songs a day. So you have more of a chance of getting cuts with people and whatever. But at the same time, it's like you almost have to step back and go, okay, I just got to keep going. Because the more I write, the more I put music out, the more chance I have of getting that song out. But then, I don't know, it's so easy where you get in your head and sometimes you talk to the wrong people who are really pessimistic.
Yeah.
And then they go, it'll never happen. There's no way. What is the point? And then you're like, shit, you're right. Like, what is the point? What are we doing? And then I go and I talk to Ace, and he's, to me, the best person to talk to because I've watched his peaks and valleys, like from afar and from personal, like having conversations and watching him get beat up, like mentally and through stuff where he was literally like promised something, like this is it, whatever. And I like, he showed me the song. I was like, that's the best song you've ever written. And then to be promised, like, okay, this is what's going to happen with it. And then it's gone like that. And it's like, holy shit, like, how is he going to make it out of this? And it's like, you can tell somebody something over and over, but it's like, I don't want you to quit music, man. And then it's like, but you go through that as a songwriter, as a producer, as probably as a YouTuber, as a actor, as anything. Like when you do that thing and it doesn't connect or you beat yourself up, you're like, I'm done. I don't want to make a video. It's like, it's kind of like, I mean, we've talked to Liza about this and, it's stuff. It's just like so much stuff going on. It's like, just because you're getting a lot of views or just because something has a lot of streams or just because you got that one role, it doesn't mean you're going to be happy.
Yeah. It's all deeper than that.
Yeah. So I've like been like swerving off this train of thought, but so I talked to Ace and told him, I was like, dude, I'm in that funk right now where I'm just like, I'm doing all this music stuff and whatever. And I'm just like, like, not happy. Like I have like 4 songs coming out very soon and 3 next year that are for sure coming out. And then this one and this one and this one. And he's like, yeah, I mean, he's like, that's what happens, man. He's like, it's all catching up to you. And we started to talk about the artistry stuff. So he's like, at the end of the day, you're an artist. You're not releasing that music. You're writing those songs, you're producing the songs. There's going to be a fulfillment there because you feel great about it. But he's like, but it's not your voice. So then it's like you have that conversation. And then I'm like, man, I want to start releasing music again as the Weekend Riot. Like that's what we were doing. That's what made I was at my happiest point ever at that time in my life when it was like 2014, 2015. We literally went from nothing to like we sold out the Troc balcony. It was like 250 cap room. It was like, what the fuck, man?
Like I'm doing this.
It was like, it was like a dream come true.
Yeah.
And then that's all gone now. And it's like, okay, you got to do something else. And it's like, okay, cool, I'm doing the producer thing. And it's like, the fulfillment it's been pretty great, but nowhere near that.
Oh, okay.
And it's like, to me, it's like, I think I need to get back to doing that amidst everything else. Right? I'm just like, literally, this is
this is good. Session. This is great. You guys are a therapist today.
Yeah, we're paying the koi pond hourly. But I just need to talk the shit out. But I think I need to get back to doing that. So,
like doing both?
Doing both, yeah. I love both. Yeah. And that's what I always did. And having, like, it's been, like, I did those YouTube videos, like, on the Weekend Riots channel where I was doing songs and stuff. But it was so, like, okay, this is just this. This only lives on YouTube.
Yeah.
I wasn't, like, really, like, okay, this song is being written to be released. I think I was like, let's just put stuff out and see what happens. And it's like, I don't know what I'm waiting for. Yeah. And that's what Ace said. He was like, what are you waiting for?
Yeah.
Just do it. Who cares?
Literally all, like, you're still young, you know?
Yeah.
doesn't matter how old you are, but
yeah,
it's like if you're not getting complete fulfillment doing what you're doing now, you might as well try and do something else also. And if, you know.
Absolutely.
And you're still, it's not like you're quitting a job to go do it.
Yeah. 100%.
So it's like, it benefits both. Yeah. Hello, laundry's done.
Laundry's done.
I don't think you guys could hear it, but I had it in. I was like, when it goes off, I'm going to say this. I had it in my head. No, I think that'd be really, I mean, I feel like it would be so fun for you to be able to, like, just release stuff.
The truth is like, singing is so nerve-wracking for me. And
like people watching you sing?
More so putting stuff out and how people react to my voice.
Oh.
And it's like, I get so in my head about it and I beat myself up because I'm like, if, like, I don't consider myself the best singer. Like a lot of people sing and they're like, you know what, I'm actually, like, really dope. I'm like, I don't think I am, but the thing I do know is I have my own story.
Yeah.
And no one can deny that.
Exactly. And so you do have a good voice. Like, you can sing. You have a good voice. That. And everyone can figure out a way to use their voice.
That's the thing.
Fits them. And you've done that. I mean, you've already done that. You just haven't done anything with it.
That's what the past 2 years has been. With the old Weekend Riot stuff, I was trying to sing a way that wasn't my voice because I was trying to be on the same level as Johnny. Yeah. So his range is way higher, and he's, like, got this really, like, pretty voice.
Yeah.
And I was trying to do that, but that's not my voice.
Yeah, but you guys also, it worked.
Yeah, and that's what. Yeah, it was like harmonious.
Harmonious. Ooh. Did you get married at one point?
E-harmony, right?
E-harmonious.
But now it's like it's trying to discover, like, okay, like, to me it's like I love hip hop, I love rap, and I love pop. So I've been like you've heard songs that I've done that I've never released, but they're like, it's like melodic rap.
Yeah,
and I'm
it's
like,
cool. It's
why
different.
the hell am I not doing this? Yeah. And so, long story short, so Scotty Sire is putting out an album. So we did a song together that's on the album called Stick Around. And I'm, like, really proud of it. It's a great song, and Scott killed it. So that's on his album. And he's like, dude, I want to do a second song with you. So we started to write a song, and we didn't know what we were going to write about. And so we were just like, this was literally a month ago. And this was I had just hit my breaking point on, like, my mental stress.
Yeah.
And I started to talk to Carly, like, the night before. And I just broke down. I just started crying. And I was like, I don't know what's going on. And I was like, I have no reason to be not happy. Like, I'm so happy, but I can't figure out why I'm sad, which bums me out more. Because then I get in my head more. I'm like, what is it?
Yeah.
If I could just figure it out.
That's the word. It's like, it's like having an illness. Like, you're sick. Yeah. Like, a mystery diagnosis. Do you remember that show?
Yeah.
And everyone on that show was like, as soon as they finally told me what it was, I was so relieved.
Yeah.
It's like, you just need to know, like, what's wrong or what's bothering you. Because you can't fix it if you don't know.
100%.
Or work on it.
Yeah. And it's like, it's scary because that's all you want to do is figure it out.
Yeah.
So the next day, Scott came in and we were going to write a song. And I was like, if I'm being honest, man, there's no way I'm writing a happy song today. Like, I can't fake it. And, like, I opened up to him and I was like crying to Carly and, you know, whatever. And Scott deals with a lot of, you know, anxiety. And that's like his songs kind of revolve around that because he has his own, you know, stuff and his own insecurities and whatever. Mm-hmm. And so started playing a riff and we started doing the song. And the first line is just, you know, I'm sorry for breaking down in front of you. And we were going back and forth about it. And I don't know. It's just like, it's cool to be like, and I'm going to be on the song and I'm going to sing on it. And so it's just like, I have to do it. You know what I mean? It's like,
it'll be fun. It'll be cool.
It's going to be cool. Yeah. It's just so nerve wracking, you know?
Yeah.
So weird.
No, I get it. But this is what you do.
This is what you came for. Lightning. But anyway.
I'm excited. I think that, I feel like you're going in the right direction right now, thinking about all of this even.
And I will say, this is not a sponsor. It's not an ad or anything, but there's an app called Headspace. I just want to recommend people to use it. It's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
That's helped me so much.
I need to use it more.
It's great.
Have you used it every day?
Mm-hmm. Not every day, no.
But you use it a lot.
When I use it, you can do it for like 5 minutes. It's just like a meditation.
For 3 minutes if you want. And it makes it like I've tried meditating a bunch, like years and years ago.
Yeah.
Like I would try, and I could never do it. But this app is actually really cool because it literally sounds like an ad.
It sounds like an ad.
But it literally
maybe we'll get it sponsored after this.
Yeah, that'd be cool. It doesn't make you feel like you're laying there or sitting there to meditate. It's just like talking to you, and then at the end, it's like if you didn't feel any different, that's totally okay. Like this is like the beginning, and the whole thing is to just try and like watch your thoughts go by instead of like dwelling on them or thinking about them too long, which is really interesting. And if you can do that and you can like take that skill and do that without the app, that's crazy.
Yeah,
that's really cool. I feel like that reduces so much stress and 100%. Just overthinking, because it's just like, okay, well, that thought went by.
Well,
I don't know how to do that, but
it's just taking the idea of that app is, but I'm just the idea of like, we sit on it's so dumb, but it's like we sit on our fucking phones all day. We're fucking like slaves to the phones. Mm-hmm. So it's like you're gonna go in the bathroom and you're like, oh, I need my phone. Oh, like your phone is in your brain before anything else. Like that's nuts.
Yeah, it's true. It's weird. I feel like I don't have an issue with that though. Like I feel
like you're always on your phone though.
No. I definitely have an issue being on my phone too much, but I don't think of that as like a bad thing. For me.
Oh, interesting.
I just like, and I straight up enjoy it. I don't get like, sorry, like a weird tangent, but like I don't get like jealous of watching people on social media.
No, I don't think it's jealousy.
Or like, I guess what do you like, not being in the now or something, like looking at your phone.
A little bit of that.
Yeah.
Or a little bit of like the idea of like, oh, what if somebody needs to get a hold of me? Like, it's like this idea of like, I need to have my phone with me just in case.
Yeah.
Or what if I have to call somebody? What if I text somebody? What if that call comes in for that thing?
Yeah.
So it's like, it's almost like I'm anxious.
Okay.
Like, it's more of like a nervousness about it. And then I'm like on Twitter, I'm on Instagram, on YouTube, I'm like watching stuff. And I'm so like, I need to keep getting content into my brain instead of like just kind of just relaxing. Like some of like the best times are like I'll go golfing. And when I golf, I don't bring my phone, or I put it on airplane mode, or I just leave it somewhere. And like, or if we go to the movies, I give you my phone, you put it in your purse. Like, it's my like escape.
Or an escape room.
Or an escape room. Oh yeah, that's a good segue.
I mean, we can keep talking if you need to.
No,
okay.
Fine. But basically, being that we need to all just blow our phones up. Unless there's an app that's sponsoring us, then we got to talk about it.
Then we'll buy another one or something.
But last night,
dude,
we went to two escape rooms.
We were hanging out with Liza.
Yeah, and Anne-Marie.
And Liza randomly was like, let's do an escape room. Fun. Like, I love escape rooms. I'm not fun. I'm not good at them, really. Like, I'm very slow, but I love the process.
How many have you done before?
I've only done 2 other ones.
Oh, I did the one with you.
My parents
and I didn't get it.
Yeah, it's hard.
We didn't get out.
I think once you do one, I feel like you should at least do 2 in a row, because once you do one, your brain is kind of like going and like understanding like, oh, there's a code on the wall. I need to like figure out how that code goes to the lockbox or something. I don't know. But we did one, and it was like a...
So I guess if you don't know what escape rooms are, you just like... You're
locked in a room.
You're locked in a room with however many people, and then there's like a theme to it, and then you have to try to like find clues around the room, and you're basically trying to get out of this room and use the clues, and sometimes they're linear, which means it goes like in order. Like you need this to get that, to get that, to that. But like in the beginning, you're kind of like, where do we even start?
Yeah, it's crazy.
But then you can like ask for clues, and then they'll come over the speaker and they'll be like, maybe check the glove box.
Yeah, and you usually have like 60 minutes and then you fail if you don't get out in 60 minutes. We did one, and it was Dr. Psycho or something, and we were like cops investigating. And that one was like,
yeah, I don't want to ruin anything.
You're right. Okay, that one was really cool. But I definitely need to talk about the second one a little bit in detail because I was shook, you guys. Like, I didn't know escape rooms were like there were types that were like this.
Well, we need to set it up to build to there. So we do the one, and the one was very like PG.
It was PG, and it was like supposed to be scary though. Yeah. Like it was a scary room, kind of.
PG-13 at most.
Yeah.
So then we go, and Liza's like, we should do another one if you guys are down. I'm like, so down, let's do it. And when we go there, it was called
Hannibal's Den. Yeah.
And when we go there, we already signed up. We already signed the waivers. And Anne-Marie's getting a little freaked out. And the guy's like, I guess Anne-Marie was like, is it scary?
Uh-huh.
And the guy was just like a huge escape room enthusiast.
Yeah. Like done hundreds of them.
Yeah. And what did he say? He was just like, oh, you don't know what you signed up for.
Yeah. And we told him the one we just did. And he was like, oh, that's like nothing compared to this one. And we were like, what? In my head, I was like, what do you mean? Like, what could be scary about it? Like, I get like, they're not haunted houses, you know? They're not like you walk through and it's scary. It's just like, what do you mean?
Yeah, because he was saying some of them have live actors, like, as part of it. And he was like, we asked, is there any live actors? And he said no.
Yeah, he said no. And we're like, okay. So we're kind of freaked out, but, like, it's still exciting. We start to go in. He takes us back to a hallway. He gives each of us a hood. Like, we literally have to put a hood over our entire face and down to our shoulders. And he escorts us one by one into this, like, room, but we're in different parts of the room, and we can't see anything at all.
And that's why I'm afraid I don't want to ruin anything in case anybody wants to do this one.
You're right. But I don't know how to talk about it without, like, it was just like, it would literally felt like
specifically.
Okay. It just felt like Saw, like a Saw movie. Like when you're supposed to leave the hood on until the guy over the intercom is done explaining like what's going on, and then you take the hood off. And can I just say, I was in like a jail thing. You were in a jail, and Liza was like in a seat with her hands chained, strapped to a chair. And Anne-Marie had like a little like panic attack, so she had to get taken out.
Yeah, she was in like another room separate from us.
Yeah, like so completely separate. Like me, Bruce, and Liza were basically in the same room because ours were jails, so like you could talk and see each other. But hers was
see each other.
Well, I could see Liza, I guess. We couldn't see each other.
Oh, I'm talking about, you got to start from the start. The hood, we couldn't see anything.
Oh, yeah, no, we couldn't. But I said once you take it off.
But I meant like when all that stuff with Anne-Marie was happening, we all had our hoods on. It was complete darkness.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
And she's like, guys, get me out. I'm done.
Yeah.
So she left.
Yeah, he took her out, which is good because she, you know, if you get scared in those, you have to leave because that's just, you know, treating yourself right.
Yeah.
But she ended up coming.
yourself right?
Yeah, well, like knowing what you need.
No, I like that though. That's funny.
And then that's where you had a headspace thing on your phone. She ended up coming back like 5 minutes later, which is so cool. Like she was like, no, I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
And it was really scary. Like it was an escape room where we were trying to figure out, we needed to get out. There were like different rooms we had to like walk through. And at the same time, you're worried about like Hannibal Lecter coming back, basically. Like, it's just, like, scary, and it's like, if we don't solve it, he's gonna come, and it's gonna be scary, and he's gonna try, I don't know.
Well, so the first escape room we did, like, in Omaha, they were like, we went to, like, climb on something. Like, don't climb. They, like, come over the intercom, like, don't climb, no climbing. This guy, like, right before he puts the hood on us, he's like, you know, most places say don't climb, or this and that, and be like, if you feel like you have to climb, climb. And we were like, so obviously we have to climb for something. I was like, great. And there was something, and of course I'm the shortest guy, so then
he put you in
there. He put me in the part we had to climb. I like scraped my arm up and stuff, but it was really, really good, but it was terrifying. And like as I had the hood on, it's like it's the same thing with your head, but I was like, we don't know this guy.
Yeah.
We could have just signed the waiver, and he's like, if we murder you, you can't sue us.
Yeah.
And we're like, we didn't really look at the fine print. Like we don't know this guy. Like for all we know, it's like this place was a pop-up shop.
And they just kill people.
And those are like real
so funny.
body parts.
It's funny because you guys all had that thought. You're like, we might actually be dying. I didn't have that thought once. I was just like, I need to know what's happening. I don't like not being able to see.
That's
but
really funny.
That was the most intense escape room I've ever been a part of.
It was amazing.
It was cool. I'm so glad we did it. Quest. Like Quest Room or
I
something?
highly recommend it. The guy Ben was our. Didn't we got an email?
Yeah. If you live in LA or if you're in LA, it's in East Hollywood. It's on Santa Monica Boulevard.
There's two. There's one on Western too.
Oh, you're right.
And it's called Quest Room.
Quest Room. And this one's called Cannibal's Den, I think. It's so fun. And it's so scary.
Yeah.
I just am laughing because we had no idea what was ahead. Like, we literally thought we were just going to be in a room trying to figure out how to get out. But it was like a horror movie.
It was really funny.
Hilarious. Oh, yeah, show that.
Can I show the picture?
Yeah.
It's like hard to see. Oh, I just spilled my coffee.
Yo, drink. Oh, no. The first drink spilled on our carpet. It's all good.
Spill red.
It'll absorb.
On the carpet. It's early November. Okay, so let's get into some emails.
I was just singing along. I didn't know. Okay, so we have an email. It is coupleofissuespodcast@gmail.com. And you can email us anything about relationships or anything in your life basically going on. And we give you unprofessional advice most weeks.
Unprofessional advice.
Yeah. And some weeks we have themes, so look out for those. Like to email us.
I like that. Yeah.
We have themes.
It's fun. We have themes.
So check out those.
Maybe next week will be spoopy.
What?
Oh, you know what? We were talking about this. You know what we should do? We'll say it here so we can do it for the week. We were talking with our parents about like funny stories where we got hurt. Like not in like a bad way, but it's like you have those stories where it's like it was so funny in hindsight, but at the time like it was scary. But it's like funny. So
like
if you have any like
hurt.
funny stories, like Zane fell off his roof and like scraped up his whole arm, and that's what kind of sparked it too. So it's like if you have any stories like that where it's like funny,
that bitch is infected. I think.
Oh yeah,
it looks disgusting.
Send those a couple of issues podcast@gmail.com. Funny stories where you might have gotten hurt, but you're okay.
Yeah, no traumatic stories, please.
No traumatic or
let's keep it light.
Anything gory. Yeah, light and funny.
Light and funny, guys. All right, I'll start us off. This subject is Hello Koi Pod Masters, which I love. Welcome to Hannibal's Den. This girl says, "Hi, my name is Chelsea. I don't care if you say my name, and I'm 21 years old. I was wondering, how long did you guys wait to introduce your significant other to your parents? I don't want to do it too soon, but I also don't want him thinking I'm hiding something. I would love any advice you guys can give. Thank you so much."
How long have they been dating? A few months.
I don't know what she said. I don't care. She didn't say.
Okay.
I think she's just curious. I feel like I don't think there's like a time, even if you're not like dating yet, you don't have to be like, this is my parents and here is a person I'm seeing. It's just like,
well, it depends on her age, I guess.
I guess so. She's 21. I just don't see it as like such a scary thing, I guess, or like an intense moment.
Intense moment meeting them?
Yeah.
Or you don't think it's necessary to meet them?
Oh, you don't think it's no. Wait, what? I confuse myself.
Do you think? I guess I'm trying to figure out. Do you think you're saying it doesn't matter if they meet them, or it doesn't like? Do you know what I mean?
Or it doesn't matter how long it's been.
Like, who cares if you meet them? Like, oh yeah, like you could just be somebody like I'm interested in, like meet my parents. It's no big deal.
Yeah.
Or are you saying like you don't have to meet them because who cares?
No, the first one.
Okay. Bob?
Yeah, I was like, can I phone a friend?
Yeah.
It's funny because Bruce and I, he met my parents. We started dating. We started like hanging out in August.
Yeah.
And we met
in August.
We met in August. We were like legit dating September.
I don't even know. Did we ever? We never like said like. Did I ever ask you to be my girlfriend?
Well, you did, but it was like you were really nervous, and you were like,
yeah.
I need to ask you something, but I don't. And I literally, because in my head, I was like, yeah, we're dating already, but we didn't talk about it. I was like, are you going to say you love me?
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, no, honey.
I mean, unless you want me to.
Yeah. But he was like, I just want to know, like, I want you to be my girlfriend. It was really cute.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot.
That was in September.
It's a traumatic time. I blacked it out.
Yeah, I know. It's okay.
And then when your parents were in
Vegas.
In September.
In August or October, I believe.
So we were dating like a month.
Literally like a month. But it's crazy, and I've never had this with anybody else, but it felt like we'd already been dating for so long.
Yeah, it was really weird.
And then I flew to Philadelphia with him in November for Thanksgiving. Like, that's crazy.
2 months.
2 months. And I don't know about you, but I'm not one of those people in relationships that like moves quickly and is like, let's go home for Christmas with you. Like,
well, I never
had that, I guess.
I never lived anywhere but my home.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I guess me too. But like, I would never
That
move
was
that
a huge
quickly,
deal,
no.
yeah.
Yeah,
for
but
me.
to us, it was just like, yeah, obviously we'll go.
Yeah.
I think we joked about it a couple times. Like, imagine if like we went to Philly
know.
for Thanksgiving, and
It's
then,
like one of those moments.
Like,
at the end. Imagine. Oh yeah, I was just kidding.
Oh yeah, I don't know. I don't want to do it either. But so ours was really fast, and it just worked out.
It just felt there was no pressure. It wasn't like
We gotta meet the parents.
I guess I was a little nervous about meeting your parents because it wasn't like it would have been much easier if like your parents were like in LA and I met them and brief. But this was like, oh, we're driving 4 hours to go hang out with your parents, like at a hotel. Like it felt like a lot of pressure because like I was still really getting to know you.
Yeah.
So I didn't know how to like be myself. But then I met your parents and I was like so I've never been more comfortable around somebody's parents before,
Yeah.
like, even friends.
Yeah.
So it was like your dad and I got along like right away, and it was just like
so awesome.
Like, you had a
I feel the same.
humor.
Like,
and your mom. Too,
I feel like your
obviously.
parents are my parents too.
Yeah.
Like it just feels like that.
Yeah.
It's that same like relationship almost. So it's really cool. But I don't think there's like a time. Like if you feel like it's gonna be, if you feel like you want to introduce them, I don't think it's too quick. But you
think
should
no
also ask
pressure.
him too. Like, hey, would you be cool meeting my parents? Or if you don't want to yet, that's totally fine.
Yeah, I guess like it depends on like what you mean by meeting. Because if it's just like, hey, just come say hi. Like I would always like if I was dating somebody, I would always like introduce myself. Like
Yeah.
go to the door, like say hello. Like
Yeah.
I think that's something that doesn't happen as much anymore. Where
True.
people just like text, hey, I'm here, come out.
Yeah.
Like that's like
That's true. I never thought
gentlemen,
about that.
ladies, like I think that's something that needs to still happen.
Yeah.
Go introduce yourself, knock on the door.
It's so weird.
Uh,
I'm too old to like realize it doesn't happen anymore.
I know it doesn't happen anymore. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
We're too old for
We're
this.
so old.
Um,
We're so old we met in a different city we didn't grow up in. That's when you know you're old.
I don't know that necessarily constitutes as
For
old
me.
though.
Well, I mean, like, we moved by ourselves.
Some people
but-
live in like 6 different cities by the time they're 12.
Whatever.
You're like, oh, you old as fuck. Based on the cities you live in, that's your age. No, but I mean, yeah, but no pressure, like you said.
Yeah.
I totally agree.
Yeah.
If it happens, it
Meet
happens.
the parents.
What else you got?
I have another one, and then I want to save the last
I have one or two, I think.
one. Okay, this one's really interesting and kind of scary. Speaking of escape rooms. Last year, a friend and I packed up all of our things and moved from across the country alone, away from both of our families. After our lease is up, we are moving to a different state again. I recently just figured out that she invited a guy in which neither of us has met in person to move in with us. So right off the bat,
Whoa.
you both haven't met this dude and she invited, like, shit. What? Plus, she hasn't said anything to you? Like, that's freaking weird. She
So
has.
sketch.
That's so weird.
Saskatchewan.
Saskatchewan. I love that saying.
That's my phrase.
She has been talking to him for only 2 months now. Okay, so she's not doesn't even know him that well either. The worst part about it all is that she hasn't told me about this. He found me through her followers and decided that he should introduce himself since we are becoming roommates. Could you imagine getting that message? Like,
Yeah,
what?
that's sketchy.
My question for you guys is should I confront her about it or wait
Yeah.
until she speaks up? There's only 1 month left until we officially move. What do you mean? No,
What do you mean?
I would 100% show her the message and be like, "What is this? What?"
Yeah,
Like, you-
for sure.
Like, first of all, it would be one thing if
No,
she
don't wait.
had known this person or something and like met in real life and had known for years and was like, but still, like, no conversation. Like,
Yeah.
I think it's such a bad idea to like move with somebody who's not even going to tell you.
But she's been living like that's what she's used to.
Yeah.
I feel like you're so far.
Sorry.
Come back to
Oh,
me.
I'm back, baby. Yeah, I'd be like, first of all, you don't even know this guy. Like, this is a safety hazard for both of us.
Safety hazard.
It literally is because you
Yeah.
had never met in
It's
real
just-
life, and you've only known him for 2 months.
Safety hazard. Like this guy has like nails coming out of his head. 3 days since roommate's death.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah, but 100% for sure, show her the message and be like, "What the fuck is this?" Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, I would confront it.
And
Don't
I'd be
wait.
like-
It sounds like. Wait, what were you gonna say?
Oh, I was just gonna say, and I would be like, "Please, like, we're roommates, so you need to tell me."
And we were roommates.
And we're not gonna be roommates anymore because you're crazy. I don't know. I would be like, you need to tell me if somebody's gonna move in with us because
Yeah.
we're living together. Plus, you've never met this person and you've only known them 2 months. Like, that's insane. That's so scary. I would be very against that if I were you.
Especially, well, I understand she's like, I don't want to bring it up because I want her to bring it up because it's like you almost want that trust. Like, I want her to be able to be like, oh, she was going to tell me. But at the same time, it's like your living situation, so I don't think you can wait, especially if it's a month out.
Yeah.
You got to, like, confront that.
And she should have said something to you before
she's
guy.
Completely in the
wrong. She
wrong.
should have asked to be like, hey, is it cool? Or, like,
but you gotta
do you want to FaceTime this guy with me for, and, like,
yeah,
see? I mean, at least, but still, don't trust that. That's weird as frick.
That is... It's crazy.
Bring it up as soon as you hear this, please. And then let us know. I want to follow up with that. Let us know what she says and what the dynamic is, and
absolutely. Look something
just very
up.
Curious.
Okay.
Did you Google how to pronounce
somebody's name?
Oh, I thought okay.
Because this is an Irish name.
Oh, I thought it said something else.
What's good, fam? It lit. It's okay. I'm 14. I can say that. This is a question for Bruce. Sorry, Carly. Do you have any tips for the music industry? Because I want to do something in the music industry with my drum skills because I'm dope. I have no idea how to or where to start. So any
the
advice
confidence is there.
would be greatly appreciated. Oh, by the way, my name is Oren. I think I'm spelling that right or pronouncing that right. Oren or Oren. I'm 14 and I'm from Ireland. I'm 14 and I'm from Ireland.
I thought you Googled how to pronounce Ottoman.
No.
I was like, Bruce.
Because it's spelled like Odran, but it's Oren.
Right.
That's like, yeah, Irish spellings are like pretty neat. Yeah. Because they'll be spelled one way, but they're pronounced like
a completely different way. Yeah.
So you're 14. I mean, I would just keep doing it. Maybe, just keep practicing the drums because I don't know. It's just like it was a lot of confidence. It's confidence radiating.
Like, I'm dope.
Make sure you play well with others.
That's probably
14. I mean, when I was 14, or like seeing like 14-year-olds now that are like succeeding, is just collabing with people and just meeting new people. Even at this age, the more people I meet, the more opportunities arise, and then you just have to find people you work well with.
Mm-hmm. What about like joining bands? Like a bunch of different bands when he's growing up. Yeah. Is that a good idea?
That's what I mean, like collabing with people. Oh. So you find somebody that's a good singer and you go, hey, you're a great singer, I play drums. Mm-hmm. Like, let's find a guitarist. Yeah. Now you have a great singer. You apparently kill the drums. So now you just got to find a killer slappity bass man.
Slappity bass. And then you got a band.
Slapping the bass man.
And then you're basically Panic at the Disco.
And then, next thing you know, you're panicking at a disco, and then you love the music. I don't know. Just keep killing it. Yeah. Keep it lit, fam. 14.
He's confident.
One last one.
Oh, yeah.
Let's end it on a good note.
This one I just thought was funny. Okay. Hey, guys. I just want to let you know that last night I was having a very awkward and lousy come down of an LSD trip.
Jesus. Okay.
Last few hours of a 14-hour ride and watched a few of your guys' podcasts on YouTube. Anyways,
scary?
Anyways, no matter how swirly your shirts or faces got, I remained calm and was able to ride it out. Kids, don't do drugs. Thanks again for helping me, a random person who was in a dust spot.
Oh, that's really interesting. Yeah, that's really cool.
That's funny.
Not cool, but like it's cool that like we help them like, okay,
down.
I'll just watch this podcast and chill.
Because we've been there.
Yeah.
Not with LSD, but like with weed.
With weed, yeah.
Bruce especially, he's like he needs something to focus on and watch if he feels like he's too high. So we'll watch. I'll like put on Crystalia's podcast.
Yeah.
Or Theo Von or something. Like, just watch it.
Yeah. Or Joe Rogan really helps because Joe Rogan will talk
so calm.
And he talks about like so many like elaborate things. You just follow.
Oh, true. It's almost like probably better, not better, but it's good if you're high.
Well, I think Joe's high most of the time. He's doing it too, so
right.
It kind of helps. You're like, oh, I'm talking to somebody that understands my mind.
Yeah. You're like, the Earth is like that. I should go to space.
That's so crazy.
Yeah. Thanks,
yeah, I've never done any crazy drugs.
Yeah, me neither. I'm too scared.
Weed is all I've done.
Oh, yeah. And the way I get, if I smoke too much weed, I'm like, I could never do anything.
Yeah, I can only smoke weed, like, now I'm only doing it, like, a couple times a month. And, that's enough.
Yeah. It's spooky sometimes.
Spoopy weed. It's October, guys. Happy October.
Oh, yeah. Every Instagram girl's favorite month. I'm a witch.
I'm a slutty witch.
I'm a slutty witch.
I'm a basic ass bitch.
You are. You like your pumpkin spices.
I got my pumpkin spice frappuccino yesterday.
Delicious.
So good.
I got what's a candle I got? I know this sounds so boring, but it's a pumpkin toffee candle, and it smells so good. It's always lit. I'm Jake Paul now. It's always lit at the candle.
Lit. Literally, you don't understand that. You think it's like literally. You're like, and it's always lit, and it smells so good.
It's always lit.
Yeah. But if you want to tweet at us, it's at Couple of Issues. Instagram at Couple of Issues.
YouTube.
Couple of Issues.
Apple Podcasts.
Couple of Issues. Spotify. Couple of Issues. Give us some good reviews. Make sure to tweet us your biggest fears. I don't know what I'm saying. No, we want to do, send us, email us, or tweet us, whatever you want, for your funniest light injury stories.
Yes.
For next week.
Yeah. Don't come at us with, I was in a giant car accident and lost my limbs.
Yeah.
Unless it's funny.
Oh my God.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what?
We'll see you next week for another episode of
Couple of
Issues. Andrew Zawicki edits this podcast.